Time you have to depend on first-year players that don't have experience on that stage. There's going to be an adjustment period. I think Calipari's done a fantastic job of building that program up to where it is, but they really have. I think the fans have unrealistic expectations, and I think the media. I think we in the media feed that. Because that was a phenomenal group last year. Those groups of players, they just don't come by all the time. Even the previous class that had 5 guys drafted in the first round with Bledsoe and Brandon Knight and those guys, I don't think they were as talented as last year's team. And so, this 2012-2013 team has really got some unrealistic expectations on their shoulders. And so, did they live up to expectations of what people are expecting from UK basketball against Maryland? I would say no. But will this team be very good and get better as the season goes along? For sure. I mean, Poitras struggled a little bit. Willie Cauley-Stein did pretty well. Noel did very well defensively, but he's gonna, it's gonna take him time to get used to the physicality at this level and get his offense going. I think Archie Goodwin did a very good job, but he's gonna have times where he struggled. The player of the day for Kentucky to me was Jared Polson. I thought if Polson didn't play the way he did, they probably would have lost that game. So, there's some things for Kentucky fans to be excited about because this is a good team, but they have a long way to go.
What are some things that you think that they need to improve on for the upcoming game against Duke?
Well, I think that they're going to have to be very cautious with the basketball because Duke likes to speed you up. They like to deny passes they like to get the passing lanes. They want to really push the basketball. So a lot of times, players that haven't played at that level of college basketball before, this will be Alex Poitras, Nerlens Noel, Archie Goodwin. These guys are really good players, but they've never played against it before. And so you can simulate all you want in practice. When you see the speed and the intensity of which the Blue Devils play, and if they're trying to run the basketball, the tendency is that, I can play too. I can play up and down with these guys as well. That plays us in the hands of Duke because Kentucky just doesn't have the experience in the backcourt handling the basketball this season. So I think that's one thing they need to be very cautious of and not get caught up in the way that Duke plays because they can get run out of the gym.
Mm-hmm. And another person, Ryan Harrow, we've heard that he was pretty sick and had flu symptoms during the Maryland game. And how do you feel about Ryan Harrow? And do you feel like once he's better, he'll be able to contribute or help the team? Or is there certain things that he himself needs to improve on in order to help be kind of the leader on the court? I know, for example, Calipari kept talking about he wanted him to be more aggressive and not have a nonchalant kind of attitude on the court. What do you personally think that Ryan Harrow needs to do in order to be the leader leading the team on the court?
Well, Ryan Harrow's kind of into a situation where he's got a lot of pressure, and he's only a sophomore. So, redshirt sophomore. So when you look at that and you look at what he's being asked to do, it's going to take some time. And Ryan is not the big athletic point guard that Calipari has had in the last 5 or 6 years. You talk about Derrick Rose, T, Brandon Knight, Tyreek Evans. These guys are big point guards, big physical athletic point guards. Ryan Harrow is 175 pounds soaking wet. And so, he's a different type of point guard. He'll be fine. It's just going to take him time. And, a lot's expected of him being able to step in and take over the point guard position. But if you saw Jared Polson, the reason why he was successful, because one, he's been at this level for years. He's confident in his abilities, and he knows what to expect. Brian Harrell, yes, he went to NC State before coming to Kentucky, but he's still a rather young player, and so it's just going to take time. He needs experience, but he'll do quite well. He has the athleticism, I believe. I think he's got the skill set. It's just going to take him time to get adjusted to being asked to run this program.
So, with all this added together, what do you think is going to be the outcome of the Kentucky versus Duke game?
I'd be surprised if Kentucky if they're able to beat Duke. You're talking about Ryan Kelly, leading the senior, Curry in the backcourt. These guys, they have a lot of experience. And what happens is the teams with the most experience do the best in the beginning of the year. And then teams that are young like Kentucky tend to come on towards the end of the season because, they just have more time to get acclimated and adjusted and understand how you have to play at this level. But when you're talking about a Duke team that brings back a ton of guys that have played, that have contributed, and they know what Coach K expects, and they're used to being in big games. And so you're talking about a All-American and Alex Murphy, who's a redshirt freshman, comes in. Plumlee has played. Tyler Thornton, the junior. Quinn Cook was a high school All-American. He's a sophomore. Emil Jefferson is a big-time freshman. Ryan Kelly's a senior. Seth Curry's a senior. They've got some experience on this team. And I'd be very surprised if Kentucky were able to come in and beat this Duke ball club in this